We're looking at conquering Wiley's Castle, and I gotta say, I like it. I like the Wiley's Castle for Day in the Limelight 2. The start of this one is not my favorite, and it doesn't really veer off into anything too creative for a little while. The beginning of it is pretty much just the same, and doesn't introduce anything too new for a little while here. But that's okay. It adds a few enemies to a familiar element, that's fine. I can deal with that, I can live with it. I'll be ducky. I can deal with this shit. Just gotta be really careful. Heatman I'm using because I didn't get enough Heatman time. Heatman has been kind of neglected, and I understand that that's probably upsetting for him. But he's a fucking boxy, stupid-looking robot. I don't know what he wants. I apologize to say that about him. I know he's very sensitive, but I don't have the time of day to give to Heatman. But realistically speaking, there are reasons I didn't use him, like this one. He can't fucking pick up an E-tank. It's because I have a full supply of them, but I still blame it on Heatman's chubby little fingers, so we're gonna switch out to Bubble Man instead. And for a section that's dedicated completely to Bubble Man, I sure totally fucked it up by running into these fish too many times. I get mad, I throw bubbles their way. It's clumsy, and I don't know why I don't just float over this guy. I really should, but you get weapon energy now. It might be for something that Dr. Light explained a little earlier. If you were paying attention, which you should be, and Bubble Man can't climb ladders, so, and neither can Woodman. That was a really poor decision. Should have just thought about that, but I was like, well, no, I can't take people's time. I'm already, taking their time with the video. Who cares? Just sit there and think about decisions. That's the moral of the story. But at least Crashman gets his due. I feel like I've neglected him a little bit, too. It's been Airman, Quickman City, man. That's how I feel. I feel bad about that. Woodman will get his due as well. And Flashman, too. Shit, I've been flashing it up like nobody's beeswax. A little health, though. That's good, because I was running super low. And the bad thing about those crash barriers is they kind of block... They totally screw up the leaf shield. Which is a shame, but that's okay. Like, it makes sense, kind of. And by kind of, I mean absolutely. And I'm using Airman, because, as you know, I really haven't been using Airman enough. Lying, of course. Fucking Airman every blood-sucking level. Why do I use Airman so much? Because he's good. Obviously. Like, I really like Airman. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just that he can hit enemies from far away. And he has a lot of projectiles. It's like it's better than Crashman, who has just one at a time. Like, he's good for multiple enemies. He shouldn't be this good, or the others should be, like, even better or something. But here's the new part of this stage. Like, this is something special. It's kind of cool. It is based on a part in the Mega Man 3 level, which was kind of fucking dumb. Like, you had to use Rush Coil to get up to a Hammer Joe and kill him with... What? God damn it! The tail end of that hammer hit me, which is the biggest bummer of all. Just ruined Christmas. For the next 6 years, I'm gonna be thinking about that shit. I don't know. The clumsiness has reached an all-time low. And you want to see a fucking shocker? I didn't learn a goddamn thing from that. I just did it again. I was like, well, this time it'll be different. Why wouldn't it? 'Cause I did the same thing. Shitface. Like, I really should have thought about that a little more than the none that I did. A little embarrassing, but let's move on. So we're almost to the end of the stage, and I still don't understand. Woodman can't even climb ladders. I'm still pissed off about that. It's because he's overweight, I guess. Like, the ladder would just bend and break, and he would look so humiliated. But the guys would be like, don't worry about it, Woodman. It was probably just, like, really badly built. And he'd be like, that's not it. Come on, guys. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's... They're just being nice. They don't want Woodman to get upset. So I'm gonna use Woodman to at least clear out these frogs. You know, because he deserves it. He's a nice guy, but I'm not gonna fucking risk making a jump with him. That just simply isn't going to happen, ever. And I forgot to mention, the magnets that were picking up Woodman. They were not vacuums like I thought they were. They were magnets. Someone pointed that out, and I was like, that's fucking preposterous. You charlatan. And when I said I was going to use Robot Masters, who were not used enough, I figured Airman would definitely be one of them, who's just so good, you know? But you can't blame me, I just like using Airman. And I like the new take they've made on this machine. Drops turtles, and it's like, well, I've figured your fucking stuff out, but you haven't, you see? Because there's new turtle types. Red fire bullets. The green's kind of chill, and he drops the shells when they spill. Like, I remember he used to do that, but you don't kill the shells. But we're gonna try someone different, I think. Is Bubble Man more equipped for this? These heavier ones, they just move really fast without their shells. I assume the shell's just heavy. That makes most sense to me. And the shell, you don't even break it. It boomerangs up and down when the thing drops it. Which is nifty, eh? It's like, oh, okay, we figured this shit out. Well, no you haven't. Look at this shit! There are a bunch of them! So we're gonna woodman it up, and hopefully this goes okay, because I remember this going poorly for me. But, maybe that was in another take. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. I still like this part of the boss fight. I mean, granted, you can't always just cheese it out by hiding in the corner. Depending on how many of them you've taken care of, it's constantly changing which is a safe spot. And obviously, like, the more you clear them out, the safer you are, all that stuff. And I like that this is kind of a funny little bit where the shell takes a while to drop. And now you're actually fighting the machine, which is cool. I like that a lot. And Woodman's a good match for it, because you can always be hitting it if it grabs you. Because what it's trying to do is, I didn't even realize this when I first played it. I was like, well, clearly you don't want it to touch you. But what it's trying to do is drag you over into those spikes over there. And it kind of like headbutted them, and it's trying to ram you into it. It's just a funny little touch. It's not too distracting. It's not something you're going to immediately pick up usually. And that's what I really like about these games, is they reward you for caring, I guess. They're not just passive interest in Megaman. They're funny little things that just make things mean more. I don't know. I like them. They care. That's the crux of this argument. They give a shit. There we go. Alright. Now, Wiley Stage 2, I gotta say, I like a bit more. Right from the get-go, it's got a lot more going on than its predecessor did, which was really just a glorified room of E-tanks so you could prep for Yellow Devil 2. These, they're not really force beams like in Quickman Stage, because they're not auto-kill, but they take away a good chunk of health. Obviously, you want to use the completely ineffective leaf shield on them. Not really. Well, look, if you've been watching, you can probably figure out how you're supposed to get past them, but I'm not going to bother with that. I prefer using Woodman sometimes. Let's call him Leaf Man. He would have been so insulted. Not until we get to fucking Mega Man 5 versus Mega Man 6 will I have an excuse to say Leaf Man. Because Plant Man, you know, well, you've seen him. You've seen everything requires shame. Now this time though, I am going to cheap out that room. Fucking not so careful with those bullets though. But I want to get past these 3 lasers. But see how well I spawn them? Just swimmingly. So get as close as we can. Keep running. There we go. All done. Would have had to take Woodman out of the picture anyway. I hit a ladder. I don't like this cannon being over here though. I gotta be careful and rotate. This jump can't be that easy, but it's okay. We'll be fine. And I like to shoot the blocks and they go the other place. It's nifty, you know? It's little things. I don't know why I'm yelling about little things. I don't know what I'm doing. What the fuck was that shit? Get back here! Oh, damn it. I didn't mean to get eaten by the alligator mouth. Alright. Now, the best part, though, is, like, since you can blow these up, that you can alleviate a lot of the tension that was originally in this stage. And I like that a lot. But I'm gonna show it off, baby. The Wily Saucer. This thing can fucking fly around, can pick up health, it can just wipe out enemies. It's the biggest badass in this game. It's the best fucking thing. And, hold on, I'm gonna kill that bee, and then I'm gonna switch to someone and get that E-Tank. I don't know who I'll switch to. It doesn't... Oh, I guess the Wily Saucer can get the tanks. Never mind. Okay, but realistically, though, you can charge it up, and you can fucking do a zoom attack. It, like, spirals outwards. And if you get extra health, that counts as weapon energy. So I guess, really, they didn't need to include the weapon energy, but whatever. However they want to do. I guess maybe for Flashman, but his auto refills, so... I don't know. It's still good. Now, this is a fight. I want to like this fight. I really do. It's Yellow Devil Mark II. It's clumsy and poor, and... No, I'm talking about my playing, but realistically, this is a good-ish fight. There's a big problem, though, and that is that his eye, or her eye, I apologize, she is a female with her heaving breasts, her eye is only open for a very short period of time, and that's how... Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot I died that quickly. No, her eye's only open for a very short period of time. The problem with that is that the attacks, I get that they're supposed to have varying levels of success, but very often you're not going to have any time at all to actually hit her. So it just becomes very tedious and very time-consuming, and I guess I'm just not a very patient person. I don't... Perhaps I'm just missing something incredibly obvious, incredibly clear. Maybe I didn't try Flashman's Time Stopper. Maybe I should have done that. But it's just... It's not the most fun in the world. And that's kind of upsetting, because this is really, really a fun game. But this boss fight just really knocks it down a peg for me. And I mean, like, I like the bits of knocking the Yellow Devil pieces back. And by the way, Heatman's weapon is not very well equipped for it, because you're always fucking hitting two pieces or throwing too much. And, like, it's fun, but just too much, you know? Unfortunately, you can't knock the pieces further to the left. You can only knock them over to the right. And if you're not too quick, then yeah, that shit happens. You just kind of have to jump into it. And honestly, realistically though, I'm also not very good at the fight either. So, I mean, that adds some problems to it. I don't know. It's... like, there just isn't a whole lot to say about it, though. Like, it's... like, the problem, I think, they kind of fixed it in Mega Man 3, where they had the section where the Yellow Devil would piece itself into larger, like, 4 or 5 large chunks, and then it would... I don't know, it would just, Sorry, I'm listening to the whirring of the Wily Saucer. No, it would slam itself into, like, 4 fucking chunks, and then, Jesus, hold on, I just blew the Yellow Devil Mark III in half. Anyways, it blew itself into chunks, and then it spaced itself out, and it only did, like, 5 shots. And that was nice, like, I liked that. I just finally figured out that He-Man is really fucking this up. But no, I like that part where it sped up the Yellow Devil in the original, and it gave you less time to worry about. And now it's even tougher, because the Yellow Devil, you don't know if it's going to be on the left or the right, and you don't have a lot of time to react. It's tough. And I don't know if it's the good kind of tough, or the, I don't know what the fuck's going on kind of tough. Which is a shame. I like this. I've made that clear. And look at that! If you get hit with fucking stupid slow-ass Heat Man, you don't have enough time to get a hit in, so you have to do this whole thing over again. And it's just, it takes a lot of time. I don't know, maybe, for those of you who've either played this, or just based on watching this, let me know what you think. And see, if you miss, you don't have a lot of time to go back over to the other side, or if you start shooting on the incorrect side, you're not gonna have enough time. I'm just pandering at this point, or meandering, I guess, not pandering. I pander with all my other videos, though. I do like, I like the graphics for the mixed up Yellow Devil. That kind of makes me laugh. Like, it just looks silly and There's an arm for a leg and a leg for an arm, whatever. It's fun. It's cute little stuff like that. Again, so there's still good stuff about this fight. I just don't think the fight itself is... I don't know if I mentioned this, but I don't think the fight's that great. Yada yada yada, you got it. I'm just trying to make my points fair and not harp on them too much. I want you to do some of the harping. I want to hear your harps. I want to hear what the harps gotta say. I don't even care. I'm gonna use another cock-sucking E-tank. That's how bad I am at this fight. I think. I don't know. And I gotta let the dentist take this. He's gotta take care of this, because Heatman really fucking up my groove here. And with Metal Man, though, you don't have to move over. I guess using a close-range weapon might have been one of the problems I was having. Granted, and I wanted to shoot that one up there, so I didn't jump into it, but it would have just pushed it further, and I would have jumped into it, so I'm kind of learning. Kind of. Just barely. Oh, shit. Well, I guess not. I'm sorry. I don't mean... Don't lose faith. I'm getting there. I just want the fucking eye to show up. I want to hit it. Where... God damn it. Okay, now here's the final... This is the final phase. It's not... Hold on, okay, I'll explain in a second. I like the piece that gets stuck in the wall. That's... I imagine that's just a joke, but... The fucking thing, like, it moves. It moves. It's moving in a pattern, yes, but it's moving so quickly, it's kind of a pain in the ass. It's not hard, though. This is okay. This is okay. This is difficult that I can live with, because it's moving in a pattern. It's not hard. It's... I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just excited. I'm trying to blow that piece up, because I'm so upset. But I'm happy to be done with this one. And the Wily Saucer is very excited as well. I hope you like the Wily Saucer, too. I think it's a really cool addition. I didn't realize the weapon energy was depleting, and even during the little fanfare. But that's all for today. We'll be back next time. We're not going to clear it out just yet, but we're pretty near the end. Tell me what you've been thinking, and have a good one, alright?